Hi, welcome to G Suite Everything. This session is going to be about Google Forms. And what we're looking at right now is the BYS team drive, which I label Google Forms, where I've been trying to put most of the forms I've created in there so it's easy to find them inside BYS. I'm just going to quickly show you all the functions that a form can do. And then we'll go through really quickly how to create a form and we'll go from there. So this volunteer's expression of interest form has been created and embedded on our website, and we're in edit mode right now. So you can see really easy on this right hand side is where you add questions to a form. So you pop a question in, put whatever your things with your question, then there's lots of different formats you can use for questions as well. This linear scale is really cool if you're doing like kind of a rating type thing for whether someone liked something or didn't like something or feels confident or not confident about something. So you can have a play around with all the different types of questions and layouts of forms. It depends whether you're doing a form as a survey, as a checklist, as a report. Basically all forms are just a way of capturing data and storing that data and looking at it. There's other functions you can do on this right hand side. So you can add a title and description. If you pop that in, you might go, if you're doing a certain section, so you might go section 1 or something in your form. You can add images, you can add videos, and then put questions after that video for people to answer. And you can add a whole section. Now, if you add a section to a form, it kind of makes it like people fill out all the questions and then they have to click next, takes them to another page to fill out that. So I don't want these questions on here, obviously. If you want your question to be required, like i.e. people have to do that, answer that question, just click required here, like that. If you feel like you need a little bit more description to go with the question, explaining that question, you can go description and then go blah, 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 whatever you want to explain. So let's get on to responses. I like it because it gives you a summary of what everyone has responded on your form. You can get some great snapshots of data that you might need, and you can hone in per question or per individual and have a look in more detail in your form. This is view response in Sheets. Now, when you create a Google form, you can attach a Google spreadsheet with it, and I think it's a really good way. I would highly recommend that you attach spreadsheets to most of your forms. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's cool because it puts a timestamp when the form was filled out, and then it lays out all your information from your questions in a format so you can do what you like with that particular information over a period of time. And the other great thing about it is if you wanted to add something onto this form, you can then sort of customize it as well. So how would that work? For example, you had a Google form set up for pay sheets with time, hours worked, who did it, all laid out in a spreadsheet, but perhaps Christian needs to approve it before it goes to Jonathan to get paid. So you might have, for example, you might set up a column on here that says Christian approved or something, right? And he can type under there, yes. And Jonathan can go and type under there, maybe Jonathan, once he's paid, can type under there, paid, or action. That's just an example. So it works out well. For example, if you're collecting information that needs to then be, actioned somehow or approved by other people. So fix that spreadsheet up later. There's your form. I want to show you real quick this customize the theme. I've got a thing about making all the BYS, using the BYS branding properly. So if you wanted to brand it, I've already branded to the BYS screen. You'd go plus, and it asks you for a color code. just head on over to the branding and social media team drive file and open up the style guide. Scroll down the style guide to the color section and find the color you want to use that's in the branding guide and get the code of that color, type it into your Google form here and go add or go save it. We'll brand it for that color. So if you're doing lots of output for BYS, I'd probably print these pages out of the branding guide, have them handy on your desk, or just know what these codes are so you can use them really easily for all your work. So one more thing I want to show you is, well, I want you to understand is that every time you create a form, whoever fills that form out, it will notify you that the form's been filled out, send you an email and say someone's filled your form out. That works well, but sometimes you actually want someone else in the organization or someone in addition to you to know that the form had been filled out. So that's when you'd use this little plugin here, email notifications for Google Forms. Here you go, create email notification, and it allows you, it's saying limit reached at the moment in here because I've already set it up to notify Stephanie every time that someone filled out the form. So rule 1, it's a notification. Just go edit or create. I'll just show it to you quickly. Apologies for slow internet happening at the moment. Okay, here we go. So you put the name of the rule in, what email address do you want it to go to, what email address to be notified. So, you know, this is going to go to Steph's info email. Sender's email, it only lets me kind of put mine because I was the one who created the form. So when every time Steph gets a notification that a volunteer has expressed interest for BYS, it looks like it's been sent from me. I haven't done anything. It's just automatically kind of going out of my account. And I love it because down in this section, you can, would you like to attach a PDF file of the form answers to the email? And I always go, yeah. It just means that they get the snapshot of what that on a PDF file that they can print out of all the information of that form response, which could be handy for that person to have. That is forms in a really speedy kind of quick introduction to you. And your task now is to go on and create your own form that you could use for an aspect of your work. And if you get stuck, don't hesitate to ask questions, and I'll put more information about how to create forms in the Google Classroom as well. And we're going to look at form collaborating and form sharing and form embedding in a different lesson as well. So for the moment, it's just form creation, how to link a Google Sheet to your form, how to brand your form, and that's basically it. All right, good luck, and look forward to seeing your forms that you create. Okay, bye.